guys, welcome back to Well Moonlight Vlogs, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and on this channel I like to talk about everything handmade, homemade, and cozy. And I have decided that it's Halloween. I'm done waiting. It's Halloween. It's Halloween right now. Technically, Halloween is in 2 days, August 12th. Zach's birthday is tomorrow, and he told me that after his birthday, I can start decorating for Halloween. And one of the things that I've wanted to do for years and not done, because who has the time, is have a bunch of crochet pumpkins to decorate with. So I decided that I'm just going to make a bunch of them right now. Why not? What else do I have to do? And I thought that I would film it and do a bunch of time lapses with you guys so that like we could have a craft night together. I feel like pumpkins is a great way to start because like it just, look at it. It's so cute. I thought that I would have all weekend to work on this. I did not. If you are new to crocheting and you are afraid of messing up a pumpkin, you can't. I've tried. This is the closest one that I came to messing up in this section, and it's because like this one didn't get pulled tight enough. Pumpkins are such a good beginner project if you're looking into getting into amigurumi. Pumpkins are a great place to start. There's not a lot of shape work. They almost always come out cute. I don't think I've actually messed one up enough for it to not be cute. If it doesn't come out geometrically perfect, it's a pumpkin. What real life pumpkin comes out perfect? You still love them. They're still pumpkins. Fun fact, I'm allergic to pumpkins. So that is part of why I wanted to crochet them. Enough jibber jabbering, my camera's dying again. Let's jump in and start making some stuff together.
Okay, so the first part of the process, as with almost any project, was getting all of the materials out and trying to pick out what color scheme I wanted to go with. I asked in my group, but I wasn't actually sure what I still wanted, even with their input. But I was leaning between having a sort of branded appearance with all the blues and purples and grays, and then also having a warm autumnal look with the oranges and beiges and greens. I ended up deciding to go with both because Zach pointed out that all together these would probably just look like Halloween and be really cool. So thankfully his input is what made us just go all out with all of the different colors. And so I put all of that into a really big tote bag so that I could just grab it all easier. And then I started crocheting. If you've never made a pumpkin, it is really easy. You're basically just making a ball, and I like to start balls off with the magic circle, and I just increase with every row until I get to the size that I want, and then I just move forward until I have the height that I want. With pumpkins, you want to remember that you're gonna be squishing them down, so go a little bit taller, more like an oval than a perfectly round ball, unless you want it to be super squashed, which some of them I wanted to be super squashed. I am using a 4.0 millimeter hook from Clover. It doesn't have to be from Clover, it's just my personal preference. I really like the handles on these hooks, and I was using worsted weight yarn for most of this. I think some of these might have been a little bit smaller, and you'll see later in the video that I decided to jump up into a 8 millimeter hook by tripling up the yarn. And this isn't a method that I came up with, but I haven't seen people using it with round projects, so I thought that it would hopefully work, and thankfully it did, and it came out with some really cool textures. Okay, so it is now Monday morning on the video, and I had about 3 or 4 pumpkins done, and I really wanted to get some more done, but realistically I wouldn't have been able to if I was to continue going with just worsted weight yarn and the 4mm hook that I mentioned earlier. So I started using the 8mm hook, like I mentioned at the beginning of the time lapse, and this worked out really well and I really liked it. This particular pumpkin I was actually doing with a half double crochet instead of a single, just to try and make it a little bit bigger. I think it took me less than 45 minutes to complete start to finish, which is kind of insane because while amigurumi does move pretty fast for me, I've never done an amigurumi in that small amount of time, especially one this size. So about 45 minutes for this one, and then I did another pumpkin with a beige color, sort of like a greenish beige, and I did that one in about an hour. If you guys are wondering why this video came up so freaking late, I don't know why, but I was insanely nauseated this day. I think it was actually having a bad reaction to a supplement that I was trying out, and I ended up in bed after filming the second pumpkin. And I know none of this is really important to the video, but I just thought that I would explain it because I haven't had any issues with getting videos up, and this video has just been it's been a journey. I probably could have continued filming pumpkins yesterday, but I was randomly hyper focusing on cleaning, which was really nice, and I definitely don't regret that, but it's been a weird week for me, so videos are just a little wonky. She is just zonked. She was completely zonked out, and she's so cute. She's not feeling too good today. She's having a day. She's so cute, though. Anyways, I just went ahead, got all of the pumpkins. This is just the happiest little view. Got all the pumpkins together. Where'd my, oh. Also got my Tums out because, yay. So, we have 5 pumpkins. Didn't realize I had 2 blue ones. They're different shades, but they're pretty similar. It is time for leaves. I thought I grabbed a brown. I don't think I did. Got these 2 greens out. I'm gonna start making leaves. I don't think I'm gonna do any vines today because time crunch, but I freaking love how this one came out. Just, it's massive! And it took me less than an hour. Why have I been doing this my entire life? I need to take more Tums, but I'm loving how these have come out. I'm gonna, look how cute this little baby is. Little baby pumpkin, little baby purple pumpkin. I think this one needs a black leaf. One of them needs a black leaf.
I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna start making some random size leaves and sewing. The leaves, it never takes the longest, but it is like the best finishing touch. What are you doing?
If you haven't gathered by now, I don't really like using patterns, so I wasn't using any patterns for any of the leaves or vines that I was doing. I just sort of winged it with all of them. I just sort of count the stitches out in my head and I just go from there. And I pretty much made a different leaf and size for every pumpkin so that they had like a little customized pumpkin-y look to them. I don't think that makes much sense, but yeah, I didn't really repeat any patterns. I just kept making more leaves and more vines. If you haven't made a vine or a curly thing, basically you just chain out how long you want the vine to be. It will shrink when it curls up, and then you just put 2 or 3 or 5, depending on how curly you want it, single crochets into each chain space, and the surplus of stitches will make it just curl on its own. And it's really simple and makes really fun octopi legs and pumpkin vines. I've used it for other projects too, but yeah, it's really simple and it always makes people go, wow, it's so curly. Oh, that'd be really great for doll hair, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be a mess, but it'd be fun. Alright guys, here is the final result of my little pumpkin patch, or I say final with quotation because I will obviously be making more throughout the rest of this fall. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to hit subscribe. If you guys are making your own pumpkin patch, I would love to see it on Instagram, so make sure to tag me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!